you can combat coldness better than combating the hotness. Because when it's hot in your room, very few things can really relieve that.
No, if you're already just in your underwear and you're sweating your balls off, you lost.
Yeah.
You lost. Like, there's nothing you could do.
But it's 50 degrees in the room, and you could bring a heater and put on some...
You win. You're winning.
Yeah.
Yes, life right there.
But then people will say, oh, you could get an AC or a fan.
And
it's
I
like,
do have one.
Those don't help you that much.
I promise I have one. And I still hate this weather.
Yeah. You know, I used to be a huge 90s and 2000s R&B guy. I still love it.
Yeah,
but it gets old quick.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They all got the same sound. It's not my go-to, but if it comes on, I'm gonna love it.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, yeah.
There's also some 2000 R&B hits that come out that are played that are the same ones that everyone plays. I'm like, dude, there's so much more that you can be playing. Like, T-Pain Bartender is not the only one.
No, it's not.
It's not the only one that needs to be played.
Like, let me get Lonely, the dirty version. Let me get... I know it's still mainstream, but hey, I love Akon. You know what I mean?
I remember when that came out. I had that on the Zune.
Oh, my God.
I had a Zune. Zune is what's in Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Isn't that what he has? Or he has an iPod?
I hope so.
I
hope he has a Zune.
I don't remember if it's a Zune.
Because that would be crazy.
Somebody has a Zune in one movie.
Yeah.
I don't think it's... It might be a Zune.
Yeah.
But I almost feel like it's an iPod as well.
Or it's just something even more corny.
I would probably avoided either of them.
Yeah.
Because I doubt Disney...
They just avoid product placement.
I doubt
they
it.
Gave it a fake name or something.
Dang, being that big where you probably have brands just like, yo, just wear our hat, we'll pay you $50.
Yeah,
grand.
like the fucking McDonald's bag. Have you seen that?
No.
The McDonald's bag. Like the McDonald's bag that they're giving you with your food now has a list of every media appearance the McDonald's bag has ever been in.
No way.
Yeah, so it's like The Office, one of the Spider-Mans.
McDonald's isn't everything, though. It's like...
No, it's not. It's really not.
Really?
I looked at the list, and it's like The Office. And I was like, I swear I've seen it in more TV shows, but I haven't. It's really like
probably
just
The
The Office, and there's a few more, but...
You got to pay a pretty penny for it.
Yeah.
Well, that brings me to this other question. You know, I saw this thing. It was top 5 best fries. I think we might have talked... No, it was me and Barack who talked about this.
Best fries?
I think it's McDonald's. I'm not even gonna list anything. I think McDonald's has the best fries, and I think runner-up is Arby's. Those are my top 2. I think McDonald's fries size.
Does Arby's have the curly fries?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then yeah.
But those are different fries.
Obviously.
That's the other argument.
Obviously, those are... No, fuck that. Because they're all potatoes, bro. McDonald's also specially engineered the potatoes that they use to be good potato fries. Yeah.
Aren't they putting chemicals for like 2 weeks? McDonald's one. I mean, I don't care. I mean, I eat them. I'm not one of those people.
I don't think so.
But the process and the
I know, like, to get a good fry, you have to blanch your potato in water. Period.
The specific fry or the specific potato that California uses for the McDonald's fries is like a pretty rare potato.
Well, no, they just mutated it a little bit, so it's like it's less starchy, but it gets longer, like so that, you can cut it into more fries and shit. Those are like the 2 key points that I think I remember from like the little documentary I saw. But with that being said, you can't argue that McDonald's does have some of the best fries.
They do have the best fries.
Right. I would say McDonald's, Arby's, and something I want to say is Chick-fil-A's all the way on the fucking bottom.
Dude,
Chick-fil-A's they're so bad, bro.
You joined Brock in
they're
that
so bad.
argument.
They're so bad.
Chick-fil-A's fries are booty.
I mean, like, I'm sure fresh out the fryer, they're probably all right. But by the time they get to the window into your car, they're fucking soggy.
You get one good waffle fry.
Yeah.
Out of every fry from Chick-fil-A.
That's
one.
Like, when you're eating them on the way home, you're still only gonna get one.
Well, yeah, you take the one big one out of there, then you're done.
Yeah, that's all they fit in there too.
Yeah,
they get the little scoop, and they're like, one big one.
It's
Fuck
not.
Give it to them.
You don't get enough.
No, and they're not good enough to get that little.
No. Yeah,
they're just not good.
I don't appreciate.
They don't help you out.
The Chick-fil-A fries. I really don't. I think if I'm gonna go rank other fries too, I mean honorable mentions. I think Five Guys. Yeah, they were one of the 5 that was listed, just because of how much you get.
Good texture, bland flavor. Yeah. Wendy's.
Good texture, bland flavor. No,
yeah.
Missed me on the. You know what? I like the Wendy's ones before they were the natural cut fries too. I didn't mind those.
Yeah.
I don't like Jack in the Box. I don't think Jack in the Box has fries. They're tater tots, right?
I think they do have fries. I don't get them though. I get the Munchies box, like with the taco.
I was never a Jack in the Box guy either.
Me neither.
I really
until
wasn't.
I got older.
Yeah.
Like, when I was younger, all my homies were stoners. They loved Jack in the Box. I was like, ugh, Jack in the Box sucks, bro. Just give me like a little McDonald's cheeseburger.
Yeah.
But as I got older, and the convenience of Jack in the Box at 3 a.m., I was like, I'll give it a shot. Everybody's fucked up. I'll give it a shot. Yeah, Jack in the Box it's always there for you.
Well, after COVID now, everything closes after 10.
No. Some of the drive-thrus are 1 a.m. now.
So they're starting to be open later.
Because COVID's still out there in the night. Creeping up on people.
You know, the thing is, so yeah, I would definitely go McDonald's. I think McDonald's has the best. I think Burger King value burgers are pretty bomb, to be honest with you.
I think if they didn't put mustard and sesame seeds on it, they'd be some of the best burgers.
No, that's what makes it good.
No, I hate how much mustard they use, and then the
maybe that's why I like them.
Maybe
it's like 60-40 mustard.
Ketchup.
Yeah.
60 mustard. And I don't like that. I want like a 70-30.
It might be like...
I want like a 60-40.
It might be like 75 mustard.
That's true.
To be honest
they give you some good amount of mustard. Like if that's what you want.
It's a hit.
Yeah. Like if I knew that's what I was getting. Like
and there's
I wanted
pickles
a Whopper.
on there.
I wanted all that acid. Like a Whopper with a little bit extra mustard, a little bit of pickle. It is good. I'm not going to lie. But it's just too much for me.
I mean, it makes sense on a Whopper because you're getting more meat. Mm-hmm. It proportions itself more. But when you have that little one and they're using like the same Whopper size mustard on the value one, I think McDonald's has it down. I really like one of my favorite things about McDonald's hamburgers, to be honest with you,
it's got to be the onion,
is the little thumbprint hole on the bottom of the bun. I like that. I don't know why. It's just satisfying when you hold it.
What do you mean?
When you look at a bottom of the
little white spot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like a thumb.
Yeah.
Technically. I don't think it's supposed to be, but it feels like that's where your thumb should go. So when I'm eating it, I always put my thumb right there.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I enjoy that. And also no sesame seeds is kind of nice too.
I don't like them, bro.
You don't not like having sesame seeds?
On a Whopper?
Yeah.
Sure. But they put like that bun on everything. You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about McDonald's hamburgers.
Oh, okay.
It's
only on the Big Mac, like it should be.
Yeah.
That's great. That's fine.
Oh, you're saying you don't like sesame seeds on little burgers?
On every fucking burger. No. Yeah. No. Don't want that.
That is a bummer. I remember I went to Burger King one time, my buddy. He wanted a chicken sandwich, and they advertised
Don't give me no sesame seeds on a chicken sandwich.
And they gave him this big chicken sandwich, and instead of it being like one long chicken sandwich, like a sub he thought it was going to be, they just put 2 chicken sandwiches together, like next to one another, and wrapped it up. That's all they did. He was pretty upset. But I've seen some crazy stuff go down in Burger King. But anyway, when it comes to that, I think McDonald's is my favorite fast food. I don't necessarily feel the best when I eat there. And I don't like those people either, though, dude.
No, like I told you, I had it for breakfast.
Yeah.
And I feel great.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if I had time for a different breakfast, I would have grabbed a different breakfast. But I was just on my way here. So, you know what I mean? So I don't hate it. I don't think it's sluggish, or I know some people think it makes it.
If you think about it
sluggish,
like that, then it will.
Definitely.
Chad Ochocinco eats it all the time. He's an NFL player. Also, his argument,
when you need to bulk constantly,
he's skinny, like a receiver. I mean,
then,
he's probably
he should
not
be
skinny.
bulking.
You know what I mean?
If he's skinny, but yeah.
But he's like yoked probably, but you know what I mean in terms of NFL players.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
Compared to me,
like I would have caught that.
Yeah,
not to be that guy,
but yeah. I mean, he's probably burning so many calories though that's what I'm saying. It doesn't even make. Yeah. So what's been going on? I mean, I haven't introduced you. People know who you are, I'm sure by now. Little brother Luke.
I think same as the last episode.
Still been doing the same, similar
working, gaming, YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. Shouted that out last time. Same stuff, you know what I mean? Just enjoying the summer as it's coming by. Because I don't know, seasonally, changed my attitude. So summer, I got to live it up.
Yeah.
And just enjoy me.
So if you're living it up in the summer, sorry to interrupt you, then what is the fall?
Kind of being a hermit. Just chilling.
Really?
Yeah. As much as I love the weather, I'm going to go on hikes and stuff like that, but on my own. I think fall's, here's just a different topic. I think fall's the best season.
I definitely agree with you.
I think fall is the best season because there's times where it rains, there's times where there's a little bit of sun, and there's still a little bit of draft, and there's times where it's heavy rain. So, like, I like fall the best. So, I'm going to be out doing fall things. I like Halloween. I like corn mazes. I like pumpkin patches because I like to make risotto from it, pumpkin puree from it. But, yeah, that's what I do in the fall. But during the summer, I'm out. Like, I'm in Seattle right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to a Mariners game.
I think the really cool thing about fall to me is sports is going on. Yep. So you have baseball going into the playoffs. Mm-hmm. You have, I think hockey starts up. No, hockey doesn't start up. You have the NBA starting up in October.
Football come back?
And football is back this weekend, next weekend.
That's what I'm saying, like fantasy draft time.
So 3 sports are going on.
Yeah.
You have, and I also, to be honest with you, I think fall is like kind of a grind time.
Yeah,
because
put your head down and work.
Most of the time, it's like, this will be the first time I'm not going to school, like at a university.
Yep.
Right. So I'm thinking about doing that the tarot one. I keep saying thinking I'm gonna do it, but it's like the time to kind of just keep your mind busy. Definitely. I think
definitely.
And then also having the pleasures of those sports and watching is really nice. And then holidays, like you said, Halloween. I really like the weather because, like you said, you could layer up. You could wear like a sweatshirt and not feel like it's too much.
Yeah.
And I think all the seasons were nerfed, and I think they were all kind of like, you know,
I feel like we nerfed them.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, though, you could say seasons are different in so many other places. Like right now, this time of year, and somewhere else in parts of the world, somewhere else, it's different to them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's like what I could say in the Pacific Northwest is September time when it starts getting rainy and gloomy, but also still sunny. Is really, really nice.
Yeah.
And
a lot of people, it's as funny as it may seem, a lot of people start to shine.
Yeah.
A lot of people start to shine when weather changes like this.
Yeah.
We're not used to those hot summers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. I think that global warming stuff is surreal.
Yeah, it sucks. I'll tell you that. I don't like hot weather.
Yeah, it is.
At the end of the day, I'd rather burn to death than freeze to death. But
really?
Yeah.
You'd rather burn to death? I mean,
but like when I'm going to bed, I'd rather have my room be 50 than 100.
Oh yeah, because you can combat. But
I'd rather burn to death.
You can combat coldness better than combating the hotness. Because when it's hot in your room, very few things can really relieve that.
No, if you're already just in your underwear and you're sweating your balls off, you lost.
Yeah,
you lost. Like there's nothing you could do.
But it's 50 degrees in the room, and you could bring a heater and put on some.
You win. You're winning.
Yeah.
Yes, life right there.
But then. People will say, "Oh, you could get an AC or a fan."
And I do have one.
Those don't help you that much.
I promise, I have one, and I still hate this weather.
Yeah. So yeah, that's. I think winter is also really great. I really like the winter.
If you're not snowed in, winter's pretty goated.
Yeah, winter's.
When you open that door at like let's say 6:30 a.m., there's not a person on the highway. There's not a person walking their dog. It's just quiet. It's a very peaceful time of year. I love winter.
I also love it when it snows too. Because it takes all the sound of the air. Kind of like what we were saying in here. When you have more things in the room, it kind of quiets it down. That's why I think my favorite studio of all the podcasts was the RV. I think because it just sounded...
Did you do it during winter?
No, it was just the amount of stuff that's in an RV and the furniture allows...
Showed out. Yep.
I will say there was a dog next door that would bark a lot, but in a garbage truck. But you know what? Outside of those things... It was really, really nice in there.
Yeah.
And I think this room right here is also really great. I'm thankful for it.
Yeah, this is super clutch.
Yeah.
Because this is way better than doing it in your living room or moving stuff around your bedroom.
Yep.
This is way better.
I thought about having it in the living room, like not like me and you, but like in general.
Yeah.
But there's so much open space up there that it's kind of...
you have to be real close and turn the gain real low.
Yep. So it was kind of like... maybe if it gets to a point where I want to do like a different type of vibe, a different type of pod, bring it out there and make like a little like studio out of it. Yeah. But I don't know. That also takes up your living space too.
That's what I was thinking.
You know
what I mean, like then like because if you don't want to do that, you just hold the mics. You gotta hold the mic for an hour. That'd be kind of shitty.
Yeah, that's what they do on Nelk. They hold it. It.
And you just kind of.
And like they're at the point now where it doesn't even matter.
Though.
Yeah,
so I get that. Yeah. But I wouldn't want to. Just for my own. I'm not hating you for doing it, but I wouldn't.
Me either.
Yeah,
like
I wouldn't do it.
It's just a different vibe than this one.
I would bring my own arm.
Yeah.
If I was like you know what I mean?
Yeah, because then you have more stuff. And then when you set it down, because I'm sure they're going to set it down, I don't know. They got people who know all the loops and stuff to figure all that out. Anyway, so I did that post you saw with all the stuff that you could choose to have on a deserted island.
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know, actually on that was, if I go back and look at it, I think I sent you the picture.
Yeah, you are. I'm going to pull it up for reference.
Okay. Basically, I saw this thing on TikTok actually, and it said you have 4 items, and what items would you bring onto a deserted island? And go ahead and start them from the top.
Okay. It's a tarp, sunscreen, toilet paper, a pot to cook in, an iPod, hiking boots, a handsaw, a flare gun, an inflatable raft, a flashlight, insect repellent, hammock, compass, mirror, vitamins, water pump, fishing rod, rope, hunting rifle, first aid kit, tent, knife, batteries, and a volleyball.
No, that's matches.
Yeah, matches.
Matches or volleyball.
See, I know.
Here, hold on.
Okay, this first.
I know I asked you. Okay,
vitamins? What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't need vitamins.
What the fuck?
Or toilet paper at that point.
Or toilet paper? Yeah, what the fuck?
Volleyball, I get the joke.
Insect repellent? What the fuck?
No, dude.
A little crybaby made this post. A little baby bitch made this post, bro.
Okay, go ahead. Keep going.
But that's it. That's the whole list.
So So you just listed 4. You think the hammock is also essential?
I'm just saying those things are stupid.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if the tent wasn't there, I would get why the hammock is. But
okay, so here's my thing.
The hammock's weird too.
I think what you have to start with is what the island is. If this is just a deserted,
yeah, right. You need so much more information.
If the island is like the island you see in the beginning of SpongeBob with 2 palm trees, and that's just that island, and you're on that,
that's rad.
You would want. This is that would be a different decision to make than if you're like on an Alaskan remote island.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Exactly. So let's say.
So what island?
Let's say it's big enough to have a dry spot.
So it's like 50 miles. It's like the size of Maui.
No.
Oh, you're saying small.
Yeah, because that's what I'm picturing. I'm picturing something tiny.
5 miles round at least.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so it's pretty big.
Or like fuck it, like where like youth center to Mission Beach.
So you're saying like at least 4 football fields.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that size.
Okay.
That's what
4
I'm
football
picturing.
Fields. Okay, so in that case,
you literally have to live off what's there or what you're going to get.
So in that case, I don't think my answer would change. I think my answer still stands the same. Tent, a knife, water purifier.
That knife is clutch.
And what's the other one?
We don't have a water purifier.
Tent, knife, water purifier. Yeah, it's on the left.
It says pumper.
It
says purifier. Holy shit, it's a bat low res.
So water purifier, tent, knife, and then hold on. What can I see it real quick? I forgot what the other thing is I used.
Yeah, water purifier.
Oh, fishing rod.
Yeah, literally. If you're in the middle of the ocean, like there's nothing other than those 4. I mean, maybe you could swap the tent for a tarp if the tarp's bigger than the amount of fabric the tent is.
Yeah. What if you get a tarp with the tent, and eventually you want to just take it apart?
Yeah, and you just take out the bottom layer of the tarp and you use it for something else. Yeah. But that's so situational, right? So I would say yeah, tent, knife, water.
Tent, knife,
water, pot, maybe?
Yeah, because the pot could hold the water. Yeah. But it looks like in the picture that the water purifier holds water. But if you wanted to cook,
it does,
have more.
I mean, you want to cook something somewhere.
Okay, so yeah, that's.
Or we could just smoke everything.
That's what I also was thinking.
Yeah, we could just smoke everything.
You could smoke the fish, or you just get a rock and grill it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they'll break open after a while.
So you have to get
you have to have a lot of long, thin rocks, or you get one pot.
Or if it's a really hot, sandy area, you could just go put.
You can also cook directly on coals. Like, let's not act like you can't. You just eat a little bit of charcoal. Boo-hoo.
Yeah.
Just shit it out.
So, yeah, I think that's the best for. You could make an argument. I think for the rifle.
You don't bring the.
But you don't need the rifle on the island.
Yeah, no. If it was a harpoon gun, maybe we could argue it. You don't need sunscreen because it's only one tube. What is that really gonna do? Once it's out, you're gonna burn. So
you got to think of the things that run out. Because look, you say you want matches. Yeah. Those matches are gonna run out.
They're gonna run out. So just learn how to build a fire of your own. Make kindling with a knife.
That's gonna be the biggest thing I think is.
I think tent knife. You gotta go tent knife. I don't think there's any other way. Tent knife. Like you can make water purifier. You don't really need it if you're in clean water
because you could just boil the water if you really needed. You could sub the purifier, get the pot, and just boil water.
If the water you're in isn't salty.
Yeah. So
because you're not boiling out salt, you're boiling out the water. You know what I mean? So you'd have to be in clean water.
Yep. Yeah. So if you're on a deserted island and there's only ocean around you, you're kind of screwed.
You're bringing the fishing pole.
That's why you need the fishing pole and the water purifier. And my argument was, you get the water purifier because what if there is fresh water and there's some nights that you don't get a fire going and you're screwed and you need water. You know what I mean?
Rain, I guess. But
you know what I've also heard? This is also like a survival thing for everybody. I heard on Survival Show, I think. Or actually, I think Quinn might have told me.
On Total Drama Island?
Basically, if you wake up in the morning early and it's dewy on all the grass, that water is clean. So
go graze like a fucking cow.
And you can graze it with like a shirt or like a rag or a leaf,
really?
and then wring that into something.
Yeah.
I mean, if the shirt's clean, I'm sure that helps, or I'm sure someone could debunk it.
I mean, I would drink sweat before I drink like some animal's piss or something like that.
Oh, dude.
I don't give a fuck.
Dude. Yeah.
That's true. A random animal's piss or my sweat from last night. I'd rather just wipe it up with my shirt and, you know what I mean? So, fuck it.
I think that's what the good thing is about survival stuff. I think it's just fun to think about. And we're in the luxury now where we don't have to worry about that, you know?
Yeah.
You know, so like.
Some people really got to worry about that.
Yeah, like, my
bad.
But yeah, I think now looking at it, I think I really want to do that. I think that would be a fun. I think that there is a show like that. Like you get to go to a deserted island and you get to bring. No, you get to bring stuff. Like I think you get to bring 10 things, and that's where it gets pretty like what I told you. You're gonna have to bring things that have utility, and I think that knife.
Well, am I with other people now? Because then I'd bring like a pack of cigarettes. I'd bring shit that would just get me the cheat code straight through. You know what I mean?
That's a good idea. I mean, I think there is other people there.
Then I would definitely bring some bargain.
I watched this one show on Netflix, and it was like, it's kind of like Colony, but it was like there's 10 people who go. Like obviously it was real life, so you're not gonna kill them. You can't kill them. I mean, you can in real life, but you know what I mean in the show. They're like stealing each other's stuff, and like there was like this scene where they said the host came down and said, "Hey, there's 4 crab pots and there's 4 groups, and there's no limit to how many you can grab. So whoever gets there first, if you want to take all 4, you can. But you just got to get there."
Yeah. What I love about TV shows like that is they had to account for the camera guy coming too.
Yeah.
They're like, "Hey, you gotta be quick, bro.
Yeah.
We gotta get in and get out."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you gotta account for the camera guy. Like, don't be. Yeah, that's what. You know what? I never really think about that. It's like,
they have that camera guy has to be clutch.
Yeah.
He has to keep his mouth shut. Just go with you.
And they gotta be. So what do they? I've always wondered about the camera guys in the wild with the job. Are they doing the? So like if they're going out with Bear Grylls, are they eating?
I was gonna say there is one guy I know that got exposed, and it was Bear Grylls.
No.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Okay.
So what? So what happened?
Proof, bro.
What happened?
There's a certain hike, a part of somewhere in western U.S.
Okay.
And like Bear Grylls, from the camera angle he's talking about it, it's super scary. Like there's this really long crevice.
With the road behind him.
No.
Okay, sorry. I shouldn't have interrupted.
But it's like a crevice like this, right? But it actually ends down here. But the camera guy's right here, so it looks like it's going forever. But you just walk around it, and you're fine. So like it's everything's dramatized.
Okay,
we'll just put it that way.
So it's TV.
They definitely did probably camp out there a couple nights.
Yeah,
I'm not going to take that from him, but
so
it's dramatized.
You're saying you didn't see him eat like a Big Mac on this. That's what I thought you meant exposed. Like
No,
he wasn't.
I wish that would be funny.
Okay, I thought you were about to say like he was eating granola bars.
They didn't go as remote as they said they did.
Okay, well that's still no.
I mean, with the camera,
journalistic integrity.
Yeah. Yeah.
No Ray? Is that a no Ray?
That's a no Ray.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, he it's all about the story he was trying to tell. I'm sure he really could survive out there if you gave him the chance and all the tools to. But he's also at the end of the day trying to make a TV show.
Here's the thing.
Trying to make those bucks.
When you look at a deserted island situation, and someone says, "How long can I do this?" Realistically, honestly, I give people probably 1 to 2 nights. Yep. Realistically.
Yep.
Like,
because that's as long as I want to go camping.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a weekend.
And you know what? I'm not perfect either. Like when I camp, I'm like, oh, I'll just go home.
Exactly.
I did that, like, so I can't say I've done like a very long camping trip.
No.
But I'm sure in the situation, if I had to live and do that, I could at least do 1 week. Personally.
So like
if it's out here in the Pacific Northwest in the home territory, I feel like I could go, okay.
Let's make this work.
The biggest thing, okay, I'm just going to walk everyone through this because I know they're probably bored of this, but you know what? I'm having fun. And that's what fucking matters, as long as we're having a good time.
Right.
The number one priority you have to do is, okay, what's going to keep me dry tonight? Your shelter?
Yep.
Right. And how are you going to stay warm? Food isn't necessary. If it's 1 week and you go 1 day without eating, you'll be okay.
You'll be fine.
Yeah,
you'll be okay.
But you're going to need water.
Mm-hmm.
So keeping your ass dry and staying warm and so you don't freeze to death at night is probably the biggest thing. And then food is obviously the primary thing to get to. But if there's shellfish around, if there's clams, dude, I'm looking for clams.
Yeah.
If there's mussels around,
Oh my God, I'm throwing them right on the coals.
You know what I mean? Little crabs, I'm sure you could probably eat.
You could make it work.
Probably not.
They wouldn't like it.
If I'm that very much hungry, I'm in the fucking wild, I'll eat a worm.
How to eat fried worms? I seen the movie.
You know what I mean?
We can make it work.
They're protein.
We can make it work. Them big ass crickets. Fuck it. Dude,
I mean, at that point when you're hungry,
remember the Maddox video?
In the most dramatic, yes.
Hey.
I'm saying this in the most dramatic form, like I'm acting like I would be some macho man. It would be hard for me. I know it would.
No, I wouldn't. It's dark, but I just wouldn't do it. Fuck it. If I knew for a fact that a search crew would not find me, I'm not doing it, bro.
Doing what?
That whole surviving shit. Fuck it. I'm dead, bro. Fuck it. I'm not going to just keep fighting to live out in the fucking middle of the woods.
Really?
Fuck that. Yes, bro.
So you're saying 1 month and then the search crew starts looking for you. So it could be 1 month to 3.
I would have been dead.
You think you'd be dead?
I don't care enough about life to just throw it all away for a month.
I don't know, dude.
Bro, if they told me they was coming the second the plane crashed, I'd be like, word, we can make this work for however long. As long as I knew they were coming, I'd have something to live for. But if I was out there just living to live, fuck that, bro. Fuck that.
But what if it took them 3 months? When do you?
Hey, like I said, if I knew,
that's a good question.
If I knew they were coming, then sure.
That's a better question. God, I just had it. How long would you go until you lost hope?
A week.
Even though they said they were coming.
A week.
A week? You're throwing in the towel?
You saw where the fucking plane crashed, and I'm staying around it, and you can't come to me that? Fuck no. Fuck no.
You can't stay there though.
Everywhere. Well, yeah, you're right. Everywhere, damn near everywhere on this planet has been mapped out.
Oh, you're saying now? Yeah,
So you'll find me, bro.
Especially if a plane crashes now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'll stay within a mile of the plane crash. How about that? You motherfuckers come find me when you can find me.
That's a good point. Why would you venture super, super far?
Yeah, right. For what? A desert temple?
Do you know
Diamonds?
What? You know what would make me lose hope?
What are we looking for? What's up?
Where I think I wouldn't get my hopes up at all. Like, not even a remote hope. I'd be praying for damn sure.
Yeah.
Is if you going through a plane crash and you're in the middle of the fucking ocean on a raft. That's
one of those instances where, like, fuck it, bro.
It's one of those instances is like, you better hope you have an angel.
Yeah, Dwayne The Rock Johnson better be on the other raft, keeping us alive. Somebody huge, somebody I could trust.
Yeah.
If it's just me that lived, fuck that, bro.
Dude.
Why just me? I'm dead too.
What do you do?
Nothing. You die out there on a yellow raft.
Think about how bad that death would be.
Yeah, you're alone.
You're
cold.
You're alone.
Wet, you're
cold,
hungry.
wet, salty. So you're
the only thing you
dehydrated.
have in your body is a Sprite and some fucking trail mix.
You're
from the
dehydrated.
plane. Yeah.
Sunburnt. And you're probably nauseous.
Yeah, you're sunburnt if you crash during the day.
You're probably fucking.
If you crash at night, all those sea creatures are fucking towards the surface because that's where it lasts warm. So
you're screwed, dude.
You're fucked.
I mean, nowadays I think I could realistically do that for a day, like 2 days, be out in the water, like floating.
Okay.
Probably longer.
Okay, I had an oar and a boat. Sure, yeah.
No, it's just you're in an emergency raft.
Well, I'm just sitting there like this in a raft.
Oh, dude.
No.
I'd start losing it.
That's what I'm saying.
So
that's when we bring the volleyball. Fucking A.
Oh my god. So then I made that native version one that I'm thinking about posting.
Yeah.
If there's 3 native skills that you would love to learn, even if I didn't list them in the thing.
Definitely carving, foraging, and storytelling.
That's what you would put, because I have singing, dancing, steel making, beading, weaving, storytelling, hunting.
Yeah, because I know people that could bead, so I know that tradition's not dead. But I'd love to learn all the old stories, because that tradition's kind of going out. I would do language. I would do language if I knew other people did language, then I would choose language. I'd love to be able to talk to people not only the shoot seed, but not a lot of people know the shoot seed, so that's why I wouldn't pick it. But yeah, foraging, carving, storytelling.
Carving is a really, I mean, look how long the carvings have lasted.
Yeah,
that's what I think about, and then storytelling with that, and the traditions that go with it. Like I think like with like totem poles, like look how long they've lasted.
Yeah,
and the story they bring.
I read a story about there was a totem pole outside the Cholula Longhouse for over 100 years. It was able to get restored like twice because of the carvers and woodworkers around here that knew not only the dude who did it originally, but they knew how the wood is around here. So they were able to restore it twice before they ended up taking it down. But yeah, they last forever, even if they're in front of the Longhouse, in front of like the most salty sea, in front of all those winds and the people touching it, like they last. So, yeah, I'd love to learn how to carve.
I think the story aspect. So I never knew this, and you know what? For all the Coast Salish people out here, in that class we went to the Burke and we were learning some stuff, and some guy came up to me. I don't want to say his name, but he was like, "Yeah, I'm working on trying to make this more Coast Salish out here, like in this museum because it's on Coast Salish land." And I was like, "Oh yeah, He's like, "Yeah, we have totem poles in here, but I want to get your guys' poles in here too."
Yeah.
And I was kind of perplexed because I didn't know we had our own. I knew there was clan poles out, like in Tulalip, and
that's what I'm picturing right now.
But he's like, "No, you guys have story poles."
That's what it is.
And I was like, "Really?"
Yeah, that's what I read about. That's
Yeah, so you guys have story poles, and those are like your totem poles, and they're simplified, like just like how Haida and Tlingit art and up in the northern and northwest coast. Their art is a little bit more complex than our Salish art.
Yeah.
Not like complex, but more, they use a little bit more shapes.
Right.
Or different shapes that look more complex. Anyway, I hope no one takes that the wrong way. But it's just different. Different shapes. Like the ones behind me. These are ovoids and U shapes.
Yeah.
Salish is, think of it the opposite way. Salish art is trigons, crescents, and circles.
Oh, that's cool. Once now that I know how this shit works, you just give me the shapes and I can see
and then it's negative space.
Yep.
So you can make any form you want in Salish, but it's just flipped. So if you don't understand it, I could kind of explain a little bit more later. But what was I saying? Oh, yeah, story poles. I think that art...
Yeah, he could bring them over there.
...is really, really cool, So anyway... I think carving would be definitely one of them. Storytelling, I think I'm with you on the storytelling as well.
Yeah, dude. There's nothing like being in a longhouse and everybody's listening to that one guy.
Yeah.
Just tell a story to everybody.
Or being able to pass on things.
Yeah, right. And that's what I mean. It's not like I want the fame of being that guy. I just want people to be united, connected through that story.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I think storytelling would be clutch.
Storytelling.
Especially in this day and age when people don't want to gather like they used to.
Yeah. Or just being able to keep those traditions alive or keep those things alive. I think weaving's pretty OP too, pretty dope.
Yeah, especially it's got here. So many uses.
But I think foraging might be
that's why I went foraging. Because a lot of people out here, not to be rude, but there's less steps to fishing than there is to foraging.
Less steps to... Yeah, that's true.
You got to know, I mean, you can eat almost every damn fish out there in our waters.
Yeah.
But you're not going to eat every mushroom. You're not going to eat every flower. You're not going to eat every...
It's hard, man.
I'm going to say vegetable or
foraging
fruit,
is hard.
But yeah, it is.
It's risky. Like, just like you said. Fish, most of the time, you probably just cook it somehow.
Cook it for long enough and you could eat it.
Yeah. Mushrooms, like, hey.
Yeah.
You even have a little bit of me. I'll mess you up.
Yeah. It's lights out for 3 days. You're shitting and puking.
So. Yeah. So, okay. So is there something that you could tell somebody out there who's in the Pacific Northwest and what is the most identifiable mushroom you can eat?
It's not the most...
Here, I wouldn't let that get in your way.
Yeah, you're right. It's not the most common, but the most easily identified is probably the chanterelle. Even though there's lookalikes, well, lobsters aren't really lookalike, but they're orange on top, chalky white on bottom, and their gills are connected to the stem. Instead of them going up and behind the stem, they're connected to the stem.
You have to cook those? You can just eat them?
Yeah.
Oh, you do have to cook them. You can't just eat any raw.
Well, no. So some people like raw mushrooms in their salad, but mushrooms have chitin in them, which is the same chemical in lobster shells and crab shells. So if it's not heated up before you digest it, you don't digest it.
Oh,
so that's why you want to cook.
So it's like
mushroom.
corn.
Yeah, you want to cook mushrooms before you eat mushrooms.
Okay, this makes a lot more sense. So,
but yeah, that's the one factor I would give out for foraging. But there's so many more layers to that.
What about...
It's not like fishing, so...
portobellos, like when you just go to the restaurant and you just cut those up and eat them, what are those good for? Are those just more essentially a vegetable at that point?
What do you mean?
Like, what do they do for you?
It's just a mushroom.
They're just a vegetable?
Sure.
Well, they're not a vegetable because they're a mushroom.
They're a mushroom. They're just a mushroom. You eat them. It's not that deep. You know what I mean?
It's not like good for your eyes or something, like how carrots...
No. There are some mushrooms that are believed to have medicinal properties. Like some are proven to boost moods and kill or slow the growth of cancer cells and things like that. Like lion's mane, reishi, and there's real medicinal mushrooms.
Isn't Oregon allowing it now? What is do you know that whole thing?
Decriminalizing it.
They're
if you have it on you, they're not going to take you to jail. You're not going to be in the books as a criminal.
But you still can't.
Yeah.
Go to like a mushroom store yet.
It's going to be like an underage kid having weed. They're going to take it from you.
Okay.
And then
that's it.
And then boohoo.
I can't wait till
they're gonna take it when their shift's over because it doesn't show up on tests.
I wonder if there will ever be a time where mushrooms will have stores like how cannabis stores do. I doubt it because it probably would combat the pharmaceuticals. I really hope unfortunate.
So. Saying this for a friend, I hope so.
Yeah,
I really
like because
hope so,
can you imagine how cool that would be? Like if you're a big mushroom person and like you could do them appropriately.
Well, I've seen
but
people.
It's trippy.
I've seen people and have known of people that it's taken their life, man.
Yeah.
And it sucks because like if they never did that first crazy fucking dose, they would have never experienced that shit. So like I would have to, if I could put my opinion on it, I would say, bro, you can only buy an eighth at a time, 3.5 grams. And then, I don't know, you can't buy another for a week. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those things where like if you know how to do it, like I've done it more times than I should have. That's why I can handle it so well. But the first time you do it, you don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, I've stayed away from mushrooms, man, just because I know
they're mind melters.
You know,
that's the only word I can use for them.
That's what I mean, and that's what's sketchy about them. And they're different. Like here's the thing with I'd like to say about alcohol. I've never had alcohol. But more so, like, you're going to get drunk.
Yeah.
And, there's a point where you could, you could really fuck up your insides or whatever eventually. But, primarily there's, they sell it at bars, whatever. You'll be okay. Mm-hmm. Weed, another thing. Like, you might get high, you might not. That's kind of the thing.
Yeah.
Mushrooms, it's like, you could trip, you could die, you could shit yourself. There's like...
Yeah.
And I feel like the mushroom just plays to what it wants you to do.
Exactly. It turns into what you give it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like, when I have bad trips, it's because there's something bad going on in my life that I brought into the trip, and now I can't stop thinking about it. Mm-hmm. That's kind of where my bad trips come from. It's literally what you make it. And it's so weird. You feel like you're in a different universe. You feel like you're in a different world. You feel like you can't control any of it. Mm-hmm. But you can. It's just your body. You're just seeing it differently. Mm. That's why I think not everybody can handle it like I can. Or an average mushroom user can. I should just say that.
We're also not saying go do this either.
Yeah, no, by any means. I don't actually recommend it to people.
Yeah.
But the reason I started it is because I told myself, I was like, I'm ready. I'm in a really good mindset. I'm just going to try it. And I cried tears of happiness for the first time in like 5 or 6 years. So that's why I kept it.
You mean just mushrooms from the store that you're buying and cooking, right? That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Like how we're not naming names.
Yeah.
I was not going to name what type of mushroom it was.
The thing is the people who listen to this are most likely those people who we're not naming. That's the funny thing.
Yeah, right.
You know how I say, I'm not going to name them? It's most likely Rob anyway, or Darian, or one of the buddies that have been on here. That's what makes me laugh.
Yeah, one of my friends, Taylor, that I met in elementary school, was probably going to be like, I showed you that game. Like, my bad, bro.
So it's like, it's funny that we protect their names just to be
just
safe.
To be kind.
But I guess, the last thing I guess I could bring up, because we're approaching an hour. And I've been trying to do hour long. So we brought this up in a podcast that we didn't release, that was never released.
Shit. Yeah, what was it?
It was the Mariners stuff, and how much that going to a game is differently than baseball itself. Yeah. Can you explain that for people who aren't necessarily huge sports fans?
I was going to say that when you were bringing up earlier in fall.
You could tighten it with that, yeah.
Yeah, earlier in fall, or how we were talking about fall, you were bringing up how sports were coming up. Mm-hmm. And I haven't always been a sports guy. So, like, that's not something I usually get excited for. But this fall, I am getting excited for it. Because I will probably watch a little bit of basketball, or a little bit of football, sorry. But in regards to the Mariners Stadium, it's just a different environment. You feel different when you're in there. Like, when you're watching it on TV, it's just pixels on a screen, like any other thing you do. To me, I see TV differently because I've always interacted with the media I consume. I've always played games and shit like that. That's why it's hard for that. But when you're there in person, there's no denying. Because you can't change the channel. You can't do any of that. So you just immerse yourself in it. And it's such a good vibe because you're around people. Even if, because like I'm not a big baseball fan, but I love Seattle. Love the place. So I'm a Seattle fan when I'm in there. And there's some people that are Mariners fans. There's some people that are baseball fans. You guys are just all in there to have a good time. And that's what it's all for, right? So just ride that out. You know what I mean? It's not like, because like I didn't like it. But once I saw the opportunity, once I looked around and saw how many people were enjoying it, I just let myself enjoy it.
I think you made, you just hit me with, I've liked sports my whole life. Or, like, since I started really, like, finding a hobby, or, like, since middle school, where I can kind of be like, oh, I like that.
Yeah.
And I necessarily wasn't a big baseball fan either. I'm not, like, the biggest sport, like, the baseball knowledge fan. Like, if someone said, well, what's this thing in this stat line? I'd be like, I probably don't know.
Yeah, right.
But I think you hit it right on the money. I'm a Seattle fan.
Yeah.
I like Seattle and being from here. And if cheering for the Mariners means like, hell yeah, I'm cheering on the city or representing being here, then hell yeah.
Yeah, because the city likes the Mariners. That's for damn sure. So if I fuck with the city likes the Mariners, I'm a Mariners fan.
Exactly. So I think I think you make a good point there. Even if you're not a huge baseball fan, you're not even like, if the Dodgers and the Braves are playing, you're not going to watch that game. I probably wouldn't.
No, but if I had tickets to the game, I'd be like,
I got to choose one.
Dodgers.
Go
Dodgers.
Or if the Dodgers win, is it going to screw the Mariners up somehow? Because if it is, then I'm cheering for the other team.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Right. Are they taking their wild card spot?
Yeah.
Are we going to go see them in tournament and they're doing good? Fuck no. Fuck them.
Yeah. So I think that's what's really cool about the Mariners and the opportunity for us to work with them lately. Yeah. Like I told you before, no sporting organization has ever given me tickets from their from them. Like I've gotten tickets from people to go to the games. No sport organization. I don't even think. Well, I mean, obviously, my high school teams, but you can't count those because I played for them.
Yeah, right.
Has given me tickets and said, "Go to the game and talk about it."
Yeah,
and we'll give you tickets and a jersey. A major league organization, so shout out to the Mariners.
I don't even need the jersey for that.
Yeah, dude.
Like, I talk about the game just because I went to the game.
Like I told you, like the tickets alone for them to just be like, "Yo, here's Sky Scalper tickets way up there."
Yeah.
Talk about the game. I would be like,
it still would have been go M's.
Go M's till I die, dude.
Till I die. Go M's, bro.
Like, I don't want to anything else baseball related now. Like if it's not anything to do with the Mariners, not interested.
Same though. Same. This guy, one of my buddies I work with, he's tell me about his Dodgers.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, respectfully, I don't care. I did not watch the game, but the Mariners were playing. I watched that game.
If we were playing the Dodgers,
fuck the White Sox.
I am not. Oh yeah, dude. Right now, it's. I mean,
yep.
The Athletics right now are my least favorite team in the world.
Yeah, for real. Right, exactly. You know how it is.
That's how it should. That's how I think. That's what's refreshing about baseball to me, because I, as a fan, like when I first started liking sports, I thought the coolest thing about liking sports was you get to choose your team.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I thought as a kid, like rooting for the home team was like, oh, everyone else is doing it, I'm going to choose someone else. And that's why I kind of like chose the Ravens. And
yeah.
I kind of swayed away from choosing the home team. But with the Mariners, as I got older, I was like, I don't really have a baseball team. I'm just going to go dive right into the Mariners.
Well, we had Ken Giff.
You know?
We had Ichi. We had fucking Felix Hernandez.
Yep.
And who's now? Rodriguez?
Julio Rodriguez,
yeah,
the man.
Bro, come on, bro.
You know?
Come on, bro.
It's hard to be...
I couldn't name 2 Yankee players. But I can name 4 goated
If somebody
Seattle
said
Mariners.
they'd give you $10K, you don't think you could name Aaron...
I literally don't. I'm sure if I threw out like 2 generic ass names, I would eventually
get one.
Get one. But I literally don't know.
Some white guy names, some Cuban names.
Yeah.
There's probably a Rodriguez on there. There's
definitely Rodriguez on there.
I think
in that sense I would get it, but no, I couldn't name him. I mean, I know Ichiro went over there for a little bit, so if you can give me points for that, sure, I'll take it. But
yeah. I think, like I was telling you, that's what's really refreshing about baseball for me right now, is because I started with the Mariners and staying with the Mariners. I'll be honest, I have a Cleveland Guardians hat because Kid Cudi had one. Yeah. Not necessarily because of the team.
Well, I liked the Falcons because they were black and red and the white and red.
That was cool looking. Yeah, they had cool
merch.
Colors.
Good looking merch.
Yeah. Plate, because some people would just get the drink.
Well, like the third thing would be this amount of banana
or a little salad with a little ranch. And I would fill that up with pickles, dude. I was a pickle kid.
Yeah, I remember.
I was a pickle kid.
But like a 13 extra calories, you think that's enough to just fill the kids up? Fuck no. Give me another sandwich. Give me another fucking sandwich. Give me another 120, 130 calories or however low cal they try to make them.
I'd always feel really like cool if I like got the whole like set. I got the juice and I had 2 salads, pickles, and then I really decked out my chicken burger, put some lettuce on it, barbecue sauce maybe.
I'd always deck out my chicken burger.
And I'd be like, oh, yep, and then it would still go just as quick. Like I thought it would be like...
exquisite.
Yeah,
but
I thought it was exquisite.
Bro, same shit.
But
just with a little bit of lettuce and mayo. I hated the fucking... At Heritage, they had, like, you know how like there was like the fruit over here and then the bar was over here. Yeah. Sandwiches. Over here, this one, the mayo bottles are always just disgusting. Nobody respected the fucking.
You had to have first lunch for
literally,
it to look good.
Literally,
and we never did.
No,
actually, no, we did towards.
I mean, I would sneak there for sure.
Yeah,
I'd be like, I'm going to the bathroom.
First lunch is OP.
Yeah, I'd go to the bathroom and then you hear the bell ring in the other building, like.
Oh, dude!
They knew I was going to first lunch, but they'd let me go. You know.
I think the thing is about Yeah, man. I mean, I agree. Getting first lunch is pretty damn clutch.
As much as you want to bully the kids that run to lunch, they were eating better than you were.
Yeah, dude. Fucking facts,
they were eating better than you were.
Yeah, you're making fun of them, but they ain't dealing with no messy bottles, no lines. They're having longer lunch.
That chicken sandwich was steaming when they opened the foil up.
Damn.
Yeah, you never had that.
Yeah, I never had that because I was trying to be the cool kid, even though I was being, you know.
I remember me and Sam used to leave early. Mm-hmm. He'd like be packing up his bag at like 8 minutes, and I'd look over and I'm like. Oh, bold of him.
Yeah, dude.
And then I started doing it too.
Dude, yeah,
Me and him used to
If I could take it all back,
bro.
I would start being the kid who runs the lunch. I don't even care.
Yeah.
Probably
actually, you know, something I taught myself. This is totally off
grow
topic.
thicker skin.
If I could go back and do it all again,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't do it differently.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good way.
I don't think I would. And I almost choked up when I said that because, like, everything that I did back then taught me what I know today. You know what I mean? I could have took the school path. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I could have, but I don't think I would be, in my opinion, as cool as I am today. I feel like I'd be a little more closeted because I'm already kind of closeted sometimes, you know? So I think everything I've gone through has really made me the person I am.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because if you would have changed one decision, you'd be a different person.
Exactly.
You know, that's a really good way of thinking. You know, yeah, because it's like, oh, I could sit here and change what I did, but it wouldn't have. It would have definitely changed the projection of who you are. It's like that old saying they say, like when you're sailing, you go 1 degree off for long enough.
You're fucked.
You're in a way different place.
You're fucked.
You have to stay that line, or you're gonna go somewhere way different.
Yeah,
so
you start thinking you're in India.
Yeah. So yeah, you take one little. Say you did do the school route. Say that's just a 1 degree change.
Yeah, dude. By the time I get over here, I would be over here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good point. That's a good reason. Instead of doing shoulda, coulda, woulda your whole life.
And also like looking back at it, like, oh, if I did this differently, like that's poor me type shit.
Pour me another one.
Poor me type shit,
dude. I'm just recognizing patterns, not necessarily condemning people who go through those things. Because there's times where, you know, I post a picture of me in the hospital room and be like, oh, maybe someone will care. It shouldn't be to get somebody to care.
Yeah.
You should just be posting it
to update people.
Rather than, oh, feel bad for me.
Yeah, instead of texting, well, I mean, sometimes in this case, I don't want to text 18 people I'm at the hospital. I'd rather post it on my story.
Yeah.
If you care enough to ask why, I'll tell you. We get over it.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know.
Or I send it to people who I want to know.
Yeah, right.
That's usually, like, unless it's like, you know, like car crash or something, I have no energy. I don't know. I don't even want to say that, dude. Getting in car crashes freaks me the fuck out.
Yeah.
I don't even want to say that because, you know.
I mean, I've almost been in car crashes enough to know that I'm the savior.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say it, but, like, I've saved my life from every car crash. It's not like everybody has slammed on their brakes for me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I've avoided every single one. So I think I'm pretty straight. Mm-hmm. But there's some that are just not avoidable. So
yeah. Got to be careful.
Life. But yeah.
You got to be careful.
I'm a pretty good driver.
Let me, like that Sir Step scene. Man, I don't care what did that penguin thing I say? I want to play that. Oh, I can't play it.
Oh, because he wants to be Cody. Right?
Yeah, what does he say? Or just play the audio real quick.
I got you. I got it right
That's
here.
what we should end up with. Just do you.
Oh, wow.
Jeez. Right.
Like, hey, Cody's just a bum. Cody's this, Cody's that, Cody's this. Cody's me, bro. Let me be me.
Facts.
Such a good movie,
dude.
Bro.
All right.
Surf's Up is such a
Let
fucking
us
surfer.
be us, dude.
Yeah.